Hello and welcome to the session on Introduction of Operating System. My name is Manjusha Bhosle. I am lecturer in Department of Computer Technology, Kekewak Polytechnic, Nashik. Today, our session is Introduction to Operating System as well as Process, and the objectives are: after watching this video, learner will be able to define operating system, identify various roles of an operating system, then to find components of computer system including operating system, then recall various services provided by an operating system, then define a process and describe life cycle of a process. Here I am going to use the word OS as an abbreviation for operating system. So let's start with the definition of operating system. First of all, I have one question for you. As we are using operating system in our daily life, whenever we use computer system, can you define operating system, or can you tell me what is an operating system? Pause this video and write the answer on your journal. And here is the answer. An operating system is a program that acts as an intermediary between a use of computer and the computer hardware. Simply, it is an interface between user and computer. Basically, operating system manages the computer hardware and allow user to use various hardwares of computers using various application programs installed on computer system. So, operating system is nothing but the interface between a user and the computer. There is second question for you, that can you write some names of operating system that you are aware of? Pause this video and write the names of operating system. And here is the answer, and these are names of operating systems such as Unix, OS by 2 and some Windows operating system. Then, do you know some types of operating system, such as, depending on the purpose of the operating system or the use of operating system, we have different classification or categories of operating systems. Various types of operating systems are mainframe system, batch system, multi-programming, time-sharing, desktop, multiprocessor, distributed, clustered, real-time and handheld system. Out of mainframe system was the basic operating system, including batch system and multi-program system. Further, time-sharing system is introduced and various features are added to the operating system. And now it become available to all simple users of computer system, that is desktop system. Then some changes are made to the desktop system and various categories are invented, such as multiprocessor, distributed means networking, clustered, real-time and handheld that we can use in our mobile system. Now, operating system has basically three roles. First is resource allocator, which is nothing but the management of various resources available in our computer system. For example, in our computer system, so many processes are executing and they need resources for their complete execution. So for that, operating system need to allocate the resources such as CPU, main memory, secondary storage, I/O, buses, clock, peripherals, etc. That's why resource allocator is one of the role of operating system. Second is control program, which controls the execution of user program and operations of I/O devices. That means whenever user is using any application program, user is interactively using that program, and at that time it is necessary to execute user's program. And at the same time, user is also using some hardware part of the computer system, so there is a need to execute various operations of I/O devices. Third role is kernel, which is nothing but one program which is giving command to all other programs which are nothing but application program. Now, as we all know that computer system contains four main components. First is hardware, second is operating system, third is application program and fourth is user. So at the last level or lower level, hardwares of computers are there. They are listed here. Then above that, operating system works and it manages various hardwares by interfacing between the application program and the hardware, and user can use the application program to communicate with the operating system indirectly with the hardware. This is the diagram which shows the exact position or role of an operating system. Now, what are different services of operating system? First is the program execution. Whenever we want to execute any program, or whenever we are using any application program, it is necessary to load that program in the main memory, and then CPU can read the program. But who will load the program in main memory? So there is operating system. So operating system should be capable to load the program into main memory, and which is the first service provided by an operating system. Second is IO operations. That means user can't directly handle or communicate with the IO, so there is an operating system that must provide some interface to the IO so that user can easily use the IO, such as printer or monitor as an input or output device respectively. Third is file system manipulation. Now, whatever we do on computer system is by means of files. For example, creating a Word document, or writing a program, or writing any text file, or painting. This is all done in the form of files. So operating system must be capable to read, write, create and delete files, as well as to perform various operations on the file. And this is also one of the service provided by the operating system. Next is communication. Communication is nothing but the communication between the various processes executing in the computer system on the same system or on different system. So exchange of information between the processes executing, it is necessary, and this service is provided by an operating system. And the last one is error detection. Whatever working is going on the computer system should be a smooth execution, including all the hardwares and softwares. So if there is an error or there is any difficulty or problem, operating system must handle it, or either give proper message to the user. These are all 5 basic services provided by an operating system. First is program execution, second is IO operation, file system manipulation, communication and error detection. Now we are moving to the process, or the concept of process. Because operating system is one of the control program and resource allocator which allocate the resources to the processes, process is the main part, or process is the heart of the computer system. So what is an process? An operating system executes variety of program. Basically, in mainframe system, that is in batch system, it is termed as a job, and in multi-programming system it is also termed as a job or task, but in time sharing system it is termed as process. So basically process is a program in execution and it must execute in a sequential fashion. Process is active entity, where program is passive entity. Whenever we execute any program, all instructions written in the program can't execute simultaneously. So some part of the program execute first and then it goes to the next part, and that is what the sequential fashion. So process is nothing but a part of program which is in a execution. That is the part of a program which is kept in a main memory and which is read by the CPU. That means it is executed by the CPU. Now a process goes through various states during its life cycle. Various states are new, ready, running, waiting and terminated. So first state is new. Whenever process is being created and it is in a job queue, it's called as a new state. When process goes to the ready, that means in a main memory, that is in a ready queue, it's called as a ready state, where it is waiting for a CPU or a processor. Whenever it is assigned to the CPU and CPU is executing it, that state is called as a running state. That means the instructions within the process are being executed. The next state is waiting, and waiting state comes when process leaves the CPU and goes for the IO waiting. Because process want IO, it is waiting in the IO queue, and whenever IO become free, it can execute in IO. And last state is terminated, where the process has finished the execution and it has executed its last instruction. This is the diagram of process state diagram or process life cycle, where we can see that after new state it is admitted to the ready queue and that become ready state. After that it goes to the CPU and it is in a running state. When it goes for IO or event wait, it is in a waiting state. Again it can go to the ready state. For further execution it has to go to the running state, and lastly it has to be terminated. If in running state any interrupt occur, it goes to the ready state. Now we will see the life cycle of process by using one flash animation. Now see, one process will be in a new state and it is admitted in the ready queue. Now after it will be scheduler dispatch and it will go to the CPU. CPU is running that process, that is green process, and at the same time red process came into the ready queue. Still green process is in running state. Now you can see that there is an interrupt and now green process is again going to the ready state. And now red process is scheduler dispatch to the CPU and now CPU is executing it. After that yellow process came to the ready queue, and now red process is turning in a state, still running state, and now it is going for waiting state because it want IO or it may be event. Now green process is again going for its remaining execution. For that time red process is executing in the printer, and after using IO completion it will go to the ready state. Green process is now terminated and it is going to the terminated state. Now next process is yellow process and now it will be executed by the CPU. After execution of it, again it is going to the terminated state, that is the second process terminated. Third process is red process and now it is executing in the CPU, and now it is going for terminated state. Now you can understand that this is how the processes switches from one state to another state, and this is the life cycle of process. Thank you for watching this video. You can attempt the quiz by using learning by doing activities in the next course. Thank you.